Yo, what is going on with y'all boys? It is nearly 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to be a little quiet here. It is your boy GZTV, though. Wednesday, February 5th, we had some NBA action. I am here to talk about it. We're going to talk about the Cavs-Pistons game. We're going to get into Spurs-Hawks. Heat-Sixers was a good one. And then the Warriors and the Jazz will kind of close us out. So let's get started with the Cavs and the Pistons. This is what should have been the main event of the night, but I got to give my boy De'Aaron Fox, great point guard in the league, got to give him some spotlight on the channel. Looking at the Cavs and the Pistons, Darius Garland's deep buzzer-beating three-pointer gives the Cavs a 3-point win over the Pistons, just playing winning basketball, continuing to do so. I mean, Darius Garland hit a 31-foot three-point jumper at the buzzer, give them the win, calls game from the logo. Now, I've been hating on him a little bit because he made the All-Star game over a lot of guards that I think should have, not a lot, but like Trae Young, LaMelo Ball. He made it over guys like that. But, Max Strus had a nasty fucking dunk, though. And I've been talking shit about him, too, because he's been kind of a detriment to this team. Anytime they lose, it's because you don't have good offensive output out of Max Strus. But, there's that. Cade Cunningham and Tim Hardaway Jr. connected and made it tough this game. Crazy screen for Jared Allen on Ausar Thompson. He actually ended up getting ejected this game, which is nice because it opened for my boy Evan Mobley to go crazy on fantasy. Shout out to him. There's one monster fantasy night. The other one for me was Damian Lillard. So that was fun. I don't know who. I think someone else played good for me. I don't remember. Really fun game here, though. Two somewhat young teams. You look at the Cavs, 30 points for Evan Mobley off of 60% three-point shooting. You get a 25-point outing for Darius Garland. Donovan Mitchell didn't even play this game, and they were still able to win against a pretty decent, not a great, but a decent, Pistons squad. You look at the Pistons, my God, Cade Cunningham just keeps on doing it. 38 points, shooting 30% from three. You get a 20-point performance for Tim Hardaway Jr., who shot 50%. That guy's out there jacking up threes at a very high level as well. Yeah, man, Tobias Harris, man, I hate to say it, but he's just not playing the basketball that they need him to play. Like, they have Ron Holland II. They have Isaiah Stewart on the bench. Tobias Harris just needs to play better basketball. It's as simple as that. He's a veteran. He's supposed to lead the way. He's supposed to be an example for this Pistons team, and he just hasn't been that, unfortunately. So there you kind of have it. There's kind of my grievances with that loss. We're going to get into the Spurs and the Hawks because, man, oh, man, De'Aaron Fox makes his debut, and it was a good one. Victor Wembanyama hits a decisive free throw. The Spurs hold off the Hawks by 1 point in De'Aaron Fox's debut. This is a huge moment, monumental moment, and Spurs history. Obviously, they are a very storied franchise. They're very successful. They've won many championships, but there's a new era here. We could see another dynasty possibly with two very young guys. We're talking about, a 21-year-old Wembanyama. We're talking about 27, De'Aaron. He's got about 5 to 10 years. He's probably got 10 years left, honestly. Devin Vassell's 24. You have guys off the bench like Jeremy Sohan, who's 21 as well. Keldon Johnson, he's getting up there. He's only 25, actually. Stephon Castle's 20. They have a young core here, and it's going to be really fun to watch, but they get the dub here. Victor Wembanyama broke a tie with a free throw with 2.4 seconds left, and for the first game, De'Aaron Fox came out and scored at a pretty high level. They played great. Fox and Wemby have double-doubles. They fuel the Spurs win, and this is exactly what the Spurs expected when they picked him up and they had this acquisition, and there you have it. You got what you wanted, and that's awesome to see. The Spurs are definitely a team I'm rooting for. Wemby is one of my favorite young stars in the league, and obviously De'Aaron Fox is a very respectable player. Devin Vassell's a great player in the league. I love watching him play. And the fact that they kept guys like him and they kept Castle, But that missed free throw damn near lost in the game. But, man, clutch putbacks, clutch shots. Wemby was there in the moments, shooting over people. Obviously, you have to play Trae Young. It's always somewhat difficult to beat Trae Young in the clutch, but they overcame it. They won the game. Victor Wembanyama, 24 points, 12 rebounds. He shot 40% from the three-point line, 24 points and 13 assists for De'Aaron Fox while shooting 50%. Very efficient stuff. And even Devin Vassell added in a nice 20-piece with 50% shooting. So very efficient night here for the Spurs. Shooting 51-32 splits as a team is pretty damn good. Shooting over 50% as a team in general is good as well. I know I'm talking a lot about these games, but This is awesome. You look at the Hawks. I mean, what a game though for Onyeka Okongwu. Got to give the guy credit. He is definitely an up and comer. He's gonna be a dog for years in this league. I think. I mean, 30 points, 12 rebounds. Holy shit, 60% 3-point shooting. Then you get DeAndre Hunter, 22 points, 10 rebounds. Trae Young, continuing to prove that he got extremely snubbed in that All-Star game, and 32 points, 12 assists. Obviously, Zachary Risache is still a very young guy that they're going to try to develop on this lineup, but once he gets there, I think this could be a pretty competent Hawks team. They got a lot of pieces in line. Not a great game for Risache, and obviously their bench is looking a little scarce as well. Not a lot of production coming out of that end. So there you go for that game. Let's move on to the Heat and the 76ers. I think Embiid played again? Nope, he didn't. Okay, why am I surprised? I don't even know. Tyler Hero scores 30. The Heat defeat the Sixers by 7 points. I mean, Tyler Hero continuing to be a super underrated player in this league. Great scoring for him, and even Bam Adebayo scoring at a solid level and being a great rebounder, just doing what Bam Adebayo does for this team. And they get over the 500 hump right as they trade Jimmy Butler. And obviously there's all sorts of trades. I don't really have time to make videos for that. I know it sounds lazy, but I got school and I'm going to be seeing my family this weekend and all this stuff, so I'm not going to really have time for that. Unfortunately, I would love to talk about that stuff. I don't know. I did a video last year or 2 years ago when the whole Dame and Drew Holiday stuff was happening, but I don't know. Tyler Hero is such a tough player. I mean, great shots, made for very fun basketball. Bam Adebayo, awesome shots. Tyrese Maxey, again, that's another guy you play in this league, and he's going to make it tough on you no matter what. But, guys like Nikola Jovic played really well on both sides of the ball, I'd say. Nikola Jovic has actually had a really good run at things recently. That guy deserves some credit. Very underrated player. You look at the Heat, 18 points, 13 rebounds for Bam Adebayo off of 33% three-point shooting, 50% overall. You get a 30-point performance for Tyler Hero, who shot 55%. This guy is an absolute beast. And honestly, he could have made the damn All-Star game. Well, I guess he did make the All-Star game. He should have made the All-Star game, I think, especially now that you have Darius Garland up there. Tyler Hero is extremely underrated. All-Star level scorer, borderline All-Star level playmaker. Should he have been in over LaMelo and Trae? Absolutely not, but there you have it. Nikola Jovic, 23 points off the bench, shooting 75% from three, and then you get 20 points for Terry Rozier. So the surrounding pieces, now that Jimmy's kind of gone and these guys can start to kind of create some team chemistry, I think it might not look as bad for Miami as people think, and you're still waiting on a guy like Andrew Wiggins who's going to fill the gap that I've complained about with guys like Haywood Highsmith being in the starting lineup, It's going to be interesting going forward. They have a lot of decisions to make. You look at the Sixers, though. 31 points for Tyrese Maxey. He's doing everything he can. Kelly Oubre's kind of adding in there 15 points, 11 rebounds. Justin Edwards. This guy is starting. I'm sorry to say it. This guy's starting. You have Adam Bona and Reggie Jackson on the bench, and you have Justin Edwards starting. I know he's a young guy. I know he's developing, and when Embiid's out, it's damn near a fucking tank night every time. And especially when you're playing a team as good as the Heat, you're not playing a tank team. So, I don't know. They should start Adam Bona for. I hate saying that name. I'm just gonna say Adam. They should start him when Embiid's not playing, if I'm being honest. But I digress. I'm not the coach. I don't know anything, I guess. But let's talk about the Warriors and Jazz. They just got rid of Andrew Wiggins, who was the running mate for Steph. But obviously, you bring in Jimmy Butler, who is a veteran, and you're only going to get probably 2 or 3 more years out of him and Steph together. But there you go. Jordan Clarkson scores 31 points to lift the Jazz to a 3-point win over the Warriors. Obviously, great stuff for both Jordan Clarkson and Keontae George being kind of complimentary scoring pieces tonight for the Jazz. They get the dub. Walker Kessler playing great defense against guys like Draymond. Defense turning to offense. A lot of momentous plays from guys like him. He's a very dope big man, and I'm honestly surprised. I know I saw the Lakers got Mark Williams. I'm honestly surprised they didn't go after Walker Kessler, or maybe they did, and the Jazz realized he was too much of an asset to give away. I don't know. Svi Mykhailiuk had some nice little shots, I guess. Pretty fun game here, pretty entertaining stuff. But yeah, Walker Kessler, such a defensive threat. Really just, again, he could be valued other places, but yeah, you got to respect the Jazz, obviously, for keeping him around. Keontae George, though, being a scoring threat as well. Just kind of looking at stuff. Steph Curry put up 32 points. He shot 33% from three. You get 29 points out of Brandon Podziemski, who shot 30% from three. And man, I hate to say it, I know Draymond Green's a veteran and he's been around for a while and he puts up, the numbers they need to win, but it's just not enough anymore. And in today's league, you have Gary Payton II and you have Pat Spencer coming off the bench that can kind of help with the scoring a little bit. But Draymond Green, the fact that he's not a scorer, I know bringing Jimmy Butler in is going to change things, and I know this isn't their full lineup, so I can't really be judging them right now. But until we see Draymond Green, until you see an offensive threat at the four, which is usually supposed to be Jonathan Kuminga, I don't really know about that team. I don't know. Looking at tomorrow, there's actually some really good games. I'm hyped for Mavs Celtics. I don't know if AD is set to play tomorrow, but that would be awesome. I know it'd be good for me to for him not to play as a Celtics fan simply because it'd make it easier for us to win. There's that. Rockets, Timberwolves are playing. You get the Warriors playing the Lakers and an obvious rivalry between Bron and Curry. And then you get the Pacers and the Clippers. There's actually some really good games tomorrow. Really hyped. Now, obviously not as many games as there were tonight, but the quality of the games is definitely outweighing the quantity in this case. And again, if there's any close games, I know I'm yapping. I know some of my videos recently on the channel have been long, and I still have 8 minutes left of editing on one of these videos. Sorry about that. I'll try to get that done tomorrow. I don't even fucking know, dude. School just gets in the way. I have intramurals. Anyways, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I am getting ready to go to bed here in about 20 minutes. So, yeah, just going to kind of finalize some stuff with YouTube. I got my homework done for the night, so that's good. Yeah, probably not going to get many videos this weekend, especially not Saturday, because I'm probably going to be meeting up with my family around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and by then I'm not going to have time to do stuff. So